Good morning. Welcome to the Columbus Tour Academy 2020 Awards Ceremony. I'm Lou Staffolino, the upper school principal, and I'd like to welcome you for joining us on the internet. Here in the show with me are 5 people, all socially distanced, and we hope to make this a meaningful experience for our children. When I was growing up, my parents had an expression, good, better, best. Never let it rest till the good gets better and the better gets best. This morning, we're here to honor our students who are the best at these categories, the best of CTA, and I'm very proud of them. That doesn't mean they're the only students who deserve an award. This year, I think we all deserve an award. But for this morning, we're focusing on the very best, and we're pleased to do so. I'd like to thank the donors who made these named awards possible. Without you, this would be a very different program. And we hope it brings honor to your family and to yourself, and certainly our students. Thank you for that support. Teachers, I can't say enough. I'd like to give each and every one of you an award for flipping on a dime to create at-home learning and to make this year the success that it was. We've all learned a lot, we've all survived, and we've all thrived. And I think that's the CTA way. Thank you, teachers. Students, I'd like to give every one of you an award, but it'd be a really long program. And I think that you would zoom out before we got to the end. So I hope that you know that I have an award in my head for each one of you for doing what you did to survive, to go along with the plan, to be flexible, and to continue to learn and grow. Thank you for that, students. And then I'd like to thank the production team here. In this empty show with me are Mr. Guinan, Mr. Greff, Mr. Spurlock, and Sherry Herzaki for helping this production to happen, because the only way we could be with you today was through the internet. So sit back and enjoy as we start to look at the best of CTA. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Nice to see you. Keep our mic right there for now. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 2020 Accommodation Cup Awards Extravaganza. We made it here, folks, and like Mr. Staffolino said, it's been quite a year indeed. It's been a year of perspectives, how perspectives change. It seems somehow that the impeachment of a president, or Britain leaving the European Union, or living among the hottest years on record are now paltry diversions. How wonderful a world when our chief concerns were ball players banging on trash cans. It's always amazing to reflect on what and whom we did not know 180 school days ago. We did not know about flattening curves. We did not know Dr. Fauci. We did not know Amy Acton. We did not know whistleblowers or the Ukrainian President Zelensky, Greta Thunberg, Lizzo, Billie Eilish, or Juan Soto. No longer stranger to these are we. Among that parade of names, one stands out to us at CTA, and that is Lou Staffolino. They're not booing him, they're saying Staffolino. Thank you for leading us. We've been inspired by your ebullient leadership, your indefatigable support, and your pronunciation of Jewish holidays. Your enthusiasm and positivity spread throughout the community like a
You spill orange juice on the tile floor.
Spread like a pate? No? Spread like a something that spreads. Cream cheese. Cream. Okay. Spread like a schmear. I can't think. If you think of a good thing that spreads, text me. And if it's any good, I'll read it online. Okay. All right, let's get to the awards. First, the program. Check out the PDF link that's on the website, and you'll find the program. You can follow along. We will begin with the junior high awards, then move up to the upper school awards, and finally the Accommodation Awards. And by then, we will likely have even more awards for the achievements completed and submitted to Google Classroom by the end of this program. Are we good, or does it sound good?
Don't know. Yeah. Mhm.
Checking in. Can you hear me, everybody? Give me a thumbs up.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, we're good. All right.
What's up, Nikki?
But first, I want to look back at the best of the year. Many of you submitted your hashtag best of CTA. So if you could, let's go to those and we can read those now. The hashtag best of CTA 2019-2020. Can we see those? Double checking. Mr. Graff, good to go. I like that. From S.D. Wilson, when the 8th grade girls were making challah for Shabbos, and they waited for the challah in the oven. As they waited, they made TikToks, tried jumping timer pictures, and failed. I don't know what a jumping timer picture is, but it must be pretty interesting. Hannah Garber. That one time, Jane and I were selling donuts door to door to raise money for the basketball team, and Eddie ended up knowing almost every family on the block. He disappeared into his cousin's house for so long that we thought he'd been kidnapped. Okay, I can see that happening. Eddie kind of. Moradina, that time at the annual dinner when the spotlight highlighted the 8th grade class and no one was at the table. Spee, Chaikin, when baseball practice, a duck flew down and almost hit Saul B in the head. Then went for a swim in the baseball field, or the pond, the CTA pond, the lake. Bossi and Druzier submitted a document, a picture of the best moment of CTA. Of course, everyone knows that is actually before the first day of school. That is right before everyone got off the bus and was ready to go. Their smiling faces, ready to learn at CTA. Thank you, Bossi, for that.
I don't know who's coming.
Amelia Wolf, when the 8th grade had to give Mr. Guinan a short leash on the mall because he was running away. You can't blame me, can you? Binna. Thanks, Mr. Spurlock, running the sound effects. Binna and Arye both reflected on the Sheer Madness play at the Kennedy Center. Best play ever. Lots of laughs in that one. And those are some of the best moments of CTA 2019-2020. Stay tuned. More to come. All right. Now, if I could move on to the awards, I would like to introduce for the 7th grade Citizenship Award, Miss Kristen Van Gundy.
I'm so pleased to have the privilege to present the 2020 7th grade Citizenship Award. As the first year in upper school, 7th grade marks a major transition, which can sometimes be challenging. The student receiving this award has risen to the challenges of 7th grade in many ways. Most importantly, she has shown unfailing positivity and respect since day one. She is kind to and considerate of her classmates and her teachers. She is proactive and hardworking, and she is always excited to be at school and in class every day. No matter what, she shows up at the doors of CTA with a smile on her face and a warm greeting for all. Congratulations to the 2020 7th grade Citizenship Award winner, Ayala Hazan.
Hey, there's Ayala. That's nice. A little Noah photo bombing right there. Good job and well done, Ayala. It was a lot of fun working with you on the scholarship dinner this year and your family. Way to go! It's a well-deserved award. And now on to the 8th grade Citizenship Award. Strength of character and superb relationships. These are qualities that guarantee a life of meaning and success. It's a difficult thing to teach, character, yet it is certainly a thing that can be learned, as evidenced by her outstanding record this year. I am proud to name the award winner for the 8th grade Citizenship Award to Binna Newman. Way to go, Bean. Well done. Bean, you know, Bean. Bean and Newman. Okay. You got it. All right. Okay. Last week's, what an 8th grade year it was. Last week's freshman speech was indeed a historic occasion, as so many of you watched the 8th graders. Wait, I mean the class of 2024 reflect on their middle school experience. Indeed, it was an inspiring night. So let's take a look back at the very formal and solemn occasion that was Freshman Speech 2020.
What if you did Julius Baker Award? Yeah, let's see that first. John Savage and Julius Baker Award.
Oh, check that. Okay, hold on, we'll get to that. Okay, thank you for that little correction. We need to get to the Julius Baker Award. Ah, there it is. Thank you for waiting patiently, Rabbi Savage, in the waiting room. Get ready for, here it comes for the Baker Scholarship Award first.
Hi there. It gives me great pleasure to be able to give out the Rabbi Julius L. Baker Torah Scholarship Award. Rabbi Baker established this award to help promote Torah study amongst Torah Academy students, and the reward represents a student that appreciates and loves learning Torah, a person who not only learns it just because they have to get an A in class or to study hard to get a good grade, but one who does it because they understand that this is the mission of the Jewish people. Carrying Torah as our legacy, being a shining light onto the world, taking the lessons that you learn here at CTA and putting them into fruition, not only in your home, not only in your community, but for the entire world, where we can definitely use it during these times. So it gives me great pleasure to give the award to Lila Gisser, who is a true champion of Torah. She loves learning, she has a desire to learn Torah, and she does it all with a tremendous, tremendous smile. And everybody knows that this plays out in her incredible midot, her positivity. So I want to wish her a huge mazel tov, Lila Gisser, on being the recipient of the Rabbi Baker Award. Thank you.
Okay, Lila, way to go. That is a well-deserved award. Nicely done. There you are. Okay. Nice to see you, Lila, and mazel tov for that award. As I was saying, we now turn to the formal and solemn and very austere occasion of freshman speech.
After sending this to Mr. Garden, he told us that this was a big trick into getting us to write our
Calvin and Hobbes may seem like a silly comic strip, but it actually portrays some insightful messages. First, Calvin has in fact...
This difficult time, I'm reminded of a story that my father tells me when times are tough. Change in many ways is an inevitable life factor.
After saying this to Mr. Guinan, he told us that it was a big
The 4 years on your own, you have your classmates going through the same things. As for my coaches running 20 laps, I still look forward to watching that too.
Change in many ways is an inevitable life factor.
When I first heard the news, I was in study hall. CTA was closing until after.
Our team had finished our layup lines when our coach started to give us real life scenarios at the free. Sorry.
I dreaded my first day of school, my whole summer going into 7th grade.
Finally, after lots of hard thinking, I stumbled upon a piece of wisdom that came to me as I recalled the story of my middle school life and the moral that I learned from 8th grade. I don't like how I'm doing this. I'm ready. Next time, I'm going to do it. I promise. I stumbled upon a piece of wisdom that came to me as I recalled the story of my middle school life.
Okay,
I personally have run through at least 2 It's a dozen!
Why did you say 12? 24.
Take 14. The whole class was going crazy. I did it wrong.
Life factor, blah, blah, blah,
Since school closed back in March, I've spent a lot of time relaxing in my hammock that hangs in our magnolia tree, reading Calvin and Hobbes.
Our reality has become a struggle. But in this difficult time, I'm reminded of a story that my father tells me when...
Cut.
The hardest part of the move for me was leaving Rockland, my old school. Dad, really?
I learned that wizards and dragons couldn't come to the party. Couldn't wait. Nope. Dang it.
We lost every.
And action. Yo.
Overcome a fear. The reason struggles are so hard is that it hard. No.
Once upon a time, there was a middle school girl. She was convinced that everything in her life was awful. She was told she was moving away from the only place she knew and loved. Stop it!
Sorry.
Ever since... I can't. Okay, I need to... I personally have run through at least 2 dozen options. No. That time I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it. And now this time it's like not.
In another cart, in one rather cart.
I had all my teammates and friends to help me through it. I had all my teams and I had all my friends and teammates on the court to help me out.
The new horrible.
Or you're really nervous or afraid to do something, or that you just haven't tried it before, it's okay to feel that way. Because it's not just you on your own going through it. I'm sorry. No! I was almost done! No! Maya! No! No, I'm so mad at you! I'm so sorry! No! That's the 7th try just today! I'm so sorry! You looked at me and I thought it was over! No! I'm sorry!
Well done, 8th grade. All right, welcome back. I'm here with Mr. Spurlock here, joining us on the last day of school. Mr. Spurlock, how you feeling about, tell me what you're gonna do next year, and maybe how we can see you next year.
Oh, I might be around sometimes. I'll be at OSU doing some PhD work, but I might come visit. I just realized I forgot to take my sunglasses off. No, you do that.
Okay.
I was wondering why it was so dark.
Uh,
Pretty me thing to do.
Yeah, I'm thinking like a fire hydrant, maybe like a fire hydrant, like a cucumber.
What are you talking about?
What's something spread?
You didn't do the setup for the joke.
You got to follow along. Can you get me? We're gonna go best moments of CTA. We on? Best moments? Okay. Ari Bertman, when the girls brought a twister mat into the bathroom and arranged a time to meet up and play. Twister in the bathroom. I like that one.
Don't do that.
Hey, that time in Moradina's Hebrew class when she challenged Benzacain to do 10 single leg squats, one leg he held up straight, okay, to earn the class a pass on homework that day. Impressive. Benzacain.
Great.
Yeah. Kiva, on the way to basketball tournament in Detroit, Bailey hit the brakes and David freaked out. Maybe there's more to that story than what we're hearing. Okay, Minna Schulman, meeting new friends at Yunman. We should not forget Yunman. What a great event for our kids this year. Everybody loves a good Yunman. Mrs. Delman taking junior high students to the nursing home to visit with residents, serving dinners for the Mid-Ohio Food Bank with our high school students. I think we're going to hear more about that soon. And hearing about some incident with upset student, teacher, parent, then realizing it's not my problem to solve. There we go. Among a lot of tops this year was our Sukkot trip to Dollywood and the hashtag Dollywood trip. So from Yaki and Rabbi Savage, the best of the year. Thank you. And we'll return to that one more time for the best of the year. Back to the program. I'd like to introduce now our former principal and our guidance counselor who had a top moment this year in that she did not have to answer that call. Here is Mrs. Delman.
There we go. Hi, everybody. It's really nice to be here on my front porch speaking at the award ceremony. Before we get to the list of names for academic excellence and achievements, I have two shout outs to make. One is please a round of applause for the class of 2020. They were the first and maybe only class to have a graduation like that. I have a lot of pride in those kids. Some of those girls, Jane and Jillian have been coming to my house for birthday parties since they were 5 years old. And all 8 of you, I'm really proud of you. It was a pleasure to see you grow up over the years. My second shout out is we got some new students in the upper school this year. They did great and we are so happy to have you. So I just want to remind everybody and wish a mazel tov to Ranon Ginsburg, Misha Krugloff, Kobe Yaari, Ruby Emery, Tali Benzacain, and Maya Yaari. We are so happy to have you at CTA. Okay, so now our list of names. I have a list of names of students in the upper school who earned A's, only A's for quarters 1, 2, and 3. And then we're gonna do A's and B's. So in 7th grade, Avraham Import, great job. Maya Berger, I want to include you in there, give you a shout out, but you came, you were just there 1 quarter, but you still deserve a shout out. I know we'll continue to see great things from you. In 8th grade, Svi Chaikin and Eliana Epstein, great accomplishment. Talia Sukenik, Nussin Fried, Yaki Liebesman, Minna Schulman, Julia Chaplinsky, Talia Delman, Shiley Delman, and Jane Shevkin. Seniors working hard all the way till the end. So now students who received all A's and B's for quarters 1, 2, and 3. Also tremendous accomplishment. Renon Ginsberg, Misha Krugloff, and Aryeh Weinschneider, Basi Andruzier, Tali Benzakane, Liel Chaikin, Lila Gisser, Bina Newman, and Esty Wolfson. Molly Binsky, Ruthie Bloomberg, Akiva Gisser, Eliezer Cohn, Aviel Metz, Maya Yaari, Saul Bloomberg, Leora Hazan, Aiden Samuelson, Sarah Ben Moshe, Akiva Epstein, Hannah Garvin, Moshe Metz, Bensi Gisser, and Jillian Hertzagi. Excellent job, guys. That's all I've got, Mr. Guinan.
Well, not quite. Not quite. We'll be returning to Mrs. Delman here shortly. Are we back on the cannon? All right. Thank you. Looking ahead to next year, among the things we are all looking forward to, classes reopening in the fall, Sloppy Joe's, Taco Tuesday, seeing Lisa at the front desk, the cages open. We also look forward to the start of the year 2020-2021. That is a lot of 20s. We also look forward to the 13th year of the CTA, as a member of the Cum Laude Society. Cum laude designees must meet strict targets set by the national organization. Of course, they need to maintain their high grades in addition to being good citizens worthy of this distinction. Next year's inductees, should they continue their stalwart performance, are Talia Delman, Hannah Garvin, and Akiva Epstein. Well done, Yakar. And onto Yakar, yet another society here at CTA. Let's return to our guidance counselor to tell us about this not so secret society of outstanding students.
Yakar was created this year, saw the reboot of our This year saw the reboot of our Columbus Tour Academy High School Honor Society, Yakar. Many of you don't know much about it, so I'm going to give you a little background. Yakar was created back in 2009 when we wanted to have an honor society for our top students, but we didn't want it to be so exclusive. So we created two paths to enter Yakar. One is through scholarship. These students have a very high cumulative grade point average, and the other is through spirit. These students have a good grade point average, and they really contribute to the spirit of Columbus Tour Academy and the outside community. So we had our fall semester students, and they did a wonderful job. And right now we're in our spring class. Yakar is open to 11th graders, 12th graders, and second semester 10th graders. When Yakar was created, I called many college admissions offices, and I said, if a student's applying to college and you see that they're in an honor society, does that impress you? If so, what about it impresses you? And what they told me is they're impressed by honor societies where the students actually do something. Simple membership doesn't really mean much to them. They already saw the student had great, wonderful grades, great grades. So we created an honor society where the students are committed to something Jewish. The colleges told me, for example, in a French honor society, students might gather weekly to speak in French about current events in France. So being a Jewish school, our students should be engaged in some Jewish life. Each student in Yakar selects a mitzvah that they're either going to start doing or start doing better. And they keep track of their progress. Some students have great success, and some students find a lot of obstacles to achieve their goals. Either way, it's a learning experience. And at the end of the semester, they present their findings to a panel. So on that panel, it includes me, somebody either like a local rabbi or some Jewish scholar, and usually a lower school parent. So the students present how they did, why they chose that mitzvah, how it went, what were the obstacles, how did they cope with them, and also the source of that mitzvah. The students have to understand where that mitzvah came from. Was it a Torah commandment? Was it a Gemara? We want them to understand the academic nature of it as well. So our spring semester students are, starting from 12th grade and working down, Shiley Delman, Kiva Epstein, Talia Delman, Sahar Import, Hannah Garvin, Leora Hazan, Minna Schulman, Nussin Fried, and Yaki Levisman. They are giving their presentations coming up in a couple days. At the time this is being filmed, they have not done it yet. At the award ceremony, when you're seeing this, they will have already given their presentations. I'm confident they're all going to do a great job. Our graduating seniors who stick with it and they're in your car all the way till the end get a little parting gift. This year that goes to Shiley. I'll give her her little gift on the side. She doesn't even know about it yet. And I hope to see many of you in your car in the future. Congratulations, everybody.
Way to go, yeah, car. Moving on. And now, stand by for the wise guy who ain't got no alibi. I hereby cry to my flyball alibi. To the guy who exemplifies words to live by. It's the new Buckeye rabbi to certify, codify, speechify the appreciation for the Gabbai, the Rabbi Savage.
I want to take this time to publicly recognize our Gabayim, our leaders of the Minion, who have done an incredible job in helping run the morning and afternoon Minion at CTA. We first want to publicly recognize Benzi Gisser, our Gabbai Rishon, and Yaakov Newman, our Gabbai Sheni, who are up there every day making sure the Minion is running smoothly, efficiently. And even though I've been in CTA for 7 amazing years, this is my first year really davening with the guys in the morning and the girls in the morning, and it's really an incredible experience. I happen to believe it's the best Minion in town, and I'm really proud of their accomplishments by being such great role models and leaders. This year, we're going to publicly thank them, not just by getting them a sefer of our choice, but we're going to allow them to choose any sefer that they like, sponsored by CTA, to publicly recognize and thank them for the hard work and dedication to the Minion. On a further note, I also want to thank our 8th grade Gabbai, Roni Delman, who I'm hoping will continue his amazing hard work in the high school Minion next year. So we're looking forward to his services as well. Thank you so much. Okay, hello everybody. Sorry, I just had to quickly change out of my suit, get a little bit more comfortable. But part of recognizing the Gabbais, we also want to continue recognizing what the Judaic team and what CTA really represent is the light of Torah and the love of learning Torah. And there's one student that I want to give a special shout out who I've known for a very long time. A true fact, I've actually known this student the longest in my tenure in Columbus, even before I was working in CTA. She likes to say that I crashed her bat mitzvah, but in reality, she invited me because she knew how cool of a rabbi I was and she wanted me there. But this student has been a bastion of Torah. I've had her in class for many different subjects. She's always really passionate about her learning. And this year she took her learning to a further step, one that we're all really, really proud of here at CTA. And I wanted to publicly recognize Jillian Herzagi for really, really plowing through Gemara, for learning, and for making a huge, huge accomplishment, something that her teachers and Rebbeim and all the staff at CTA are really proud of. And we wish her much hatzlacha in her future endeavors in seminary, in college, and with many, many brachot and learning of many, many more chapters of Torah. So congratulations, Jillian. And we're all really, really proud of you. Mazel tov.
Okay. Hey, I'm here with Mr. Staffolino.
Nice to be here.
Thanks for coming on the show. Before we get to the awards, tell me how you're going to get ready for next. What are you going to do this summer to get ready for next year?
It's going to be a busy summer.
What are you going to do?
Well, first of all, we've got to be ready like we always are, because we plan on opening our doors and having everybody in the building with us. That's my goal.
Very exciting.
And that's very exciting. But just in case, and in case anytime during the year, we're also reinventing the at-home learning, trying to think of the things that we learned from doing it this year. So we'll have a plan B. So we're doing plan A, as always, plan B. Some of the things we have to do is spread out the lockers, spread out the students, get some smaller class sizes. Those are all things we're doing for health and safety measures.
Mm-hmm.
We also hope to add some fun activities for next year and the little spirit here. So we're excited to get everybody back, and I'm looking forward to it.
Awesome. Sounds great. Have a great summer, Lou. And that goes for everybody. Now let's go live to the, we're going to go to the Upper School Awards. These awards were established in 2005 with the generous donations from donors who endowed the award in 11 different disciplines. The Carl and Gussie Steinberg Scholarship Award for a graduating senior who manifested the greatest potential in science will be presented by Dr. Carol Park.
The Carl and Gussie Steinberg Scholarship Award in Science is given to a graduating high school senior who has manifested the greatest potential in science. The student is given the award and a $250 scholarship. I'm going to start with something that will make my science students roll their eyes and groan, especially the student receiving this award. So there's a farmer who has chickens who won't lay eggs, calls in a physicist. The physicist works diligently on the problem and does all kinds of calculations and finally says, I have the solution, but it only works on spherical chickens in a vacuum. The student that's receiving this award would not only understand the science joke and why it is Dr. Park funny, but they would also be able to explain it using correct, detailed science. In their explanation, the students would use color-coded, detailed, labeled diagrams. They would explain with research charts and past data, include a detailed analysis, and all the calculations. In other words, this is a science teacher's dream student. This award is given to a student who has not shied away from the difficult path. They've excelled in advanced honors biology, advanced chemistry, and AP physics. And in their senior year, they have completed grueling college-level courses in engineering and architecture. This student is the definition of success, determination, and perseverance. She exemplifies above and beyond. I am honored to give this science award to Shiley Delman.
Way to go, Shiley. And for the Josh Wolf Award for Perseverance and Positivity, established by Josh Wolf, class of 2016, to a student who emulates those very qualities. Here he is, along with his dog Bella and Mrs. Delman, to announce the winner of the Josh Wolf Award.
Good afternoon, CTA faculty and staff, friends and parents of the graduating class of 2020. 4 years ago, I was sitting in the CTA show alongside my classmates when I was honored with the Deborah Phillip McMillan Scholarship Award. Almost immediately, I knew that I wanted to do something meaningful with the scholarship for the school that had given me so much. And thus, the Josh Wolf Award Scholarship for Perseverance and Positivity was born. This award is presented to a student who shows a determination to achieve and not give up, displays positivity, respect towards others, and has the ability to act with grace while coping and overcoming any challenges and obstacles. Speaking of obstacles, I realized that nothing about graduating this year has been normal. However, If you just remember that things do not matter and that people matter, you will do just fine. Bella and I would like to congratulate this year's recipient of the Josh Wolf Award and to all the CTA students graduating today.
You just heard a little bit from Josh Wolf himself. One of the things that was so wonderful about having Josh in the school is that he was positive and hardworking no matter how hard things may have been for him. The fact that he gave his gift when he won an award, he gave that gift back to the school, and that we named this award in his honor is very meaningful to me. And every year I really enjoy presenting this award. It's a lot easier to be nice and to work hard when things are going well. So to have this award in Josh's name is so fitting. This year's winner is polite, respectful, kind, and hardworking no matter what. I find those qualities very inspiring. And this year, I am so proud to award this to Moshe Metz. Congratulations, Moshe. You really earned it. Those qualities, I am sure, are going to take you far.
Wait, no, wait, just wait, hold, no. Wait. Okay. Pay attention. Yes. Okay. And now the Deborah and Phillip McMillan Memorial Award, presented to a graduating senior as they continue their intellectual curiosity. Sunday's graduation will certainly go down as one of the most remarkable events in our school's history. It was a program that was the culmination of the work of so many: the administration, the teachers, the parents, the community as a whole. But it was our students who shone the brightest of all. We couldn't be more proud of the dignity, the wit, the integrity, the humanity, and the resolve toward a brighter future expressed by our remarkable 8 graduating seniors. I was proud to be part of the event, as a few of you overheard. And for the Deborah and Phillip McMillan Memorial Award, I am also proud to call the name of Shiley Delman. Okay, another award. The Julie Moskowitz and Susan Zanner Literature Award was established by Daniel Friedman, alumnus from the class of 1998, in memory of 2 English teachers who loved literature and presented to a student who is an avid, and the award is presented to a student who is an avid reader and lover of literature. Today, I am happy to preempt all of the forthcoming award givers by being the first to say that selecting a winner was difficult, maybe impossible. Each candidate wrote beautifully about how literature remains critical to living an enriched, connected, and actualized life. These readers of books with pages, with words, in ink, provide a ray of hope for those of us who despair in the cost of our addiction to our screens. And this year's winner of the Julie Moskowitz and Susan Zanner Literature Award goes to Hannah Garvin. Okay, congratulations, Hannah. Okay. The Weisberg Award for Kindness and Service, established by the Weisberg, Schatz, and Savzian families, comprised of alumni, current and incoming families at CTA. Eugene Schatz was my first student here at CTA, and I know that his classmates of that class would all agree that Eugene is the best. Let's go to Mrs. Delman to award the Weisberg Award for Kindness and Service.
Great role models at home who think of others, to do kindness. And I'm so fortunate to work in a school where that's not unusual. We have a lot of kind students with great role models at home who think of others. This year's winner is actually an 8th grader and didn't need community service hours. But anytime she heard that we were going on a trip to the nursing home, she was right there to volunteer. When she's old enough to go to the soup kitchen and do other things, I am confident she's going to be the first to sign up. This student understands that doing chesed happens in the home as well as out of the home. And that chesed is really based on somebody else's needs, not when it's convenient for us. I'm excited to see this young woman grow up, enter our high school, and continue to inspire us all to think of others. I'm very proud that this year's award goes to Bina Newman. Congratulations, Bina.
You want to spotlight me on Zoom? Or, thank you. Yeah. On the Mac. Are we in the Mac now? All right. Okay, hey, welcome everybody. We now move on to the Accommodation Awards segment of the program, and I am coming to you live from the Zoom experience. I just wanted to reflect for a moment on our successful efforts to move to an online teaching model. It has been a joy to connect with students through the Zoom and through email communications. Indeed, we pivoted so pivotally at this time. There really has been minimal disruptions to our educational model in which students can be comfortable to, can feel comfortable to snack on shit, have drink, and they can wear clothing that suits their educational needs. And we have all been very, we have all been very connected, and I know I speak of all of our teachers when I say it has been inspiring to see our students' pets and all the furry creatures that they live with. And the weather this spring has been so pleasant, and it's made the hours and days and the weeks and the months of quarantining a joy that we have assumed new strategies for teaching and to become close to our families. We work from home, and that too has been rewarding to bring everyone together. And yeah, okay, okay, it's okay, but I know this spring I speak for all of our teachers that it really has been a stress-free experience in educating our children and connecting to our families. And so, And so before I introduce Mr. Bailey to introduce the Irene Cole Physical Education Award endowed by Stuart and Marilyn Cole, I just want to say, here's to you, 2020.
Good morning. I'm Stuart Cole, and Marilyn, my wife, and I have endowed the CTA Physical Education Scholarship Cup in memory of my parents, David and Irene Cole. My parents were very interested in physical education, both as spectators and participants. My father, although not a great athlete, was an avid handball player, and my mother, even when she was 90 years old, used to walk up to 5 miles a day all over Columbus. I believe that I am probably giving this message from the farthest distance from Columbus, as my wife and I have been in Israel since before Purim. We thought we'd be flying back to Ohio shortly after Pesach, but we're still waiting for it to be safe to travel. In any event, I wanted to congratulate the winner of this year's award, whose identity I believe will now be revealed by whoever's running this program, most likely Mr. Steve Guyton, Professor Steve Guyton.
Hey guys, I miss everybody. I hope everyone is getting outside, being active, healthy, and safe. I'd like to present the David and Irene Cole Physical Education Award. This award is named by Stuart and Marilyn Cole, alumni parents to CTA high school graduates Sarah Cole Perlman, Ellie Cole, and Rena Cole Garden, in memory of Mr. Cole's parents. The importance and benefits of physical education has long been an integral part of the lives of the Cole family, and it is therefore most appropriate that the David and Irene Memorial Cup will be given in this field. Well before jogging became stylish, walking was a primary mode of transportation for Irene of blessed memory. Even in her 90s, she would walk at least 5 miles a day in rain, sleet, snow, or shine, a fact that obviously played an important factor in the long, full life that she lived. A woman who is never shy about speaking her mind and telling it like how it was. She lived an active life which left others in awe. David Cole, a man of exceptional chesed and midos, was similarly obsessively involved in sports, particularly handball. He enjoyed sports both as a participant and a spectator, and he passed this passion onto his son, who in turn has passed it on, a love of sports, onto his grandson, Ellie. He was a simply kind, caring, and gentle man to whom family came first. He would have approved of having this cup given in his memory. This award is given to a physical education student who is punctual to class, fully participates during the class, whether it is his or her favorite activity, is respectful and helpful, shows great sportsmanship, and shows great attitude towards the activity and to his or her classmates. I'd like to thank the Cole family for sponsoring this cup and recognizing that physical education is an important piece in a student's studies. The 2020 David and Irene Physical Education Cup goes to Kiva Epstein. Congratulations. Thank you for being in class. You're doing a great job. I miss everybody. Everyone stay safe. We'll see you next year.
Hey, there's a Kiva. He even showed up for the event. He just had his wisdom teeth removed like a half an hour ago. So, yeah, maybe keep, I guess he's okay. He's right there. Give us a thumbs up, Kiva. Yeah, maybe keep your mouth a little, okay. Congratulations. You've lost teeth, but gained an award.
And wisdom.
Well, he didn't have much wisdom to lose, let's be honest.
What if you said you lost teeth but gained wisdom? How big would that be?
Okay. Let's move on. Okay, we got to move on. I'm once again happy to pass the podium over to Mr. Staffolino.
Thank you, Mr. Guinan. When I first saw the name of this award, the Harry and Ivan Gilbert Creativity Award, I thought it must be for art, for music, for dance. And then I was very happy to read the criteria. It's about thinking. It's about 21st century skills that will be the survival skills for our students in the future. People need to learn how to think, not just how to memorize or do. So it's my honor today in the name of Larry Gilbert and Ellen Knowles to present this award to a student who unquestionably enables this category. When we were asking teachers for names for other awards and we were committing decisions to make, but sometimes we have multiple students and we have to sort through that. But in this particular awarded case, there was a unanimous, quick decision that everybody said, oh, if we're looking for thinking outside the box, for creativity, for leadership, it's got to be Hayden Samuelson. So today, I'm happy to give this award in the name of Harry and Ivan Gilbert to Hayden Samuelson. Thank you, Hayden, for keeping us all thinking a little stronger.
Okay. Hey, everybody. There's Hayden. Way to go.
There you go.
Thank you.
Yeah. People want to hear you talk about the next award. Yeah. Are you sure it's the accent that is this performing arts? That's just me. I don't know.
Okay. We'll go with that one. We're going to hear about the Creativity Award here in a moment. But right now, we have to backtrack a little bit to the Max and Betty Ziskin Performing Arts Award, endowed by the matriarch of CTA, Marcia Hirschfield, and Ellen Pollock and families, presented by Marcia Hirschfield and Ms. V.
Hello, I'm Marcia Ziskin Hirschfield, and it is my pleasure to present the CTA Performing Arts Award on behalf of me and my sister, Ellen Siegel Pollock. This award is named in memory of our parents, Max and Betty Ziskin, who were strong supporters of music and theater in our community. My mother performed in college as a pianist and vocalist on her own radio show on OSU Radio. And then she graduated with a degree in music education. In her later years, she was the accompanist for many Jewish organizational programs, including the CTA Scholarship Dinner. And she loved her annual subscription to Jazz Arts Columbus. Her and mother were among the earliest supporters of JCC Gallery players, and they always enjoyed attending theaters in Columbus and New York. Because performing arts promote talent, creativity, and collaboration, my sister and I are honored to support this award that recognizes an outstanding CTA student who embodies these qualities.
2020 marks my third January at CTA. And as the 7th grade English teacher, I again had the exciting and challenging task of overseeing CTA's annual Shakespeare production. During our time spent studying lines, practicing stage choreography, rehearsing, and of course, performing, this student showed superior attitude and skill. He was always willing to walk through blocking on stage or run through lines with classmates. His excitement and dedication to performing were obvious to anyone and everyone who watched him rehearse and perform in our Shakespeare production. His attitude helped to set the tone for the rest of his classmates, and for that, I am grateful. I am so pleased to give the 2020 Max and Betty Ziskin Performing Arts Award to 7th grader Boaz Harrow.
Okay, congratulations, Boaz. We're going to do the Gilbert. We're going back to that now. Yeah, we got to play the tape. We got to play the tape. All right, thanks for your patience and our technical difficulties. We're going to return to hear a few words from the Harry and Ivan Gilbert Creativity Award endower. Larry Gilbert.
Hi, Lawrence Gilbert here. I'm very proud to represent the Gilbert family in the presentation of the Creativity Award for the Columbus Tour Academy senior class. Sherry Herzagi called me 2 hours ago to remind me of this and said, keep it kosher and less than 20 minutes. So here's a quick story. I left Columbus, Ohio in 1964 as a preppy looking kid, and I arrived back 6 months later dressed in a fake muskrat outfit, wearing a beard and long hair, walked right past my parents and brothers and 3 total strangers in the airport, almost escaping, but my dog blew my cover. So what this told me was that I had, through the last 6 months, slowly but surely changed into someone that I had previously unknown that I created for myself. So my suggestion is creativity is change, and you are, whether you like it or not, going to be responsible for making yourself every day into the best person you can be for the next day.
Okay, and again, that award went to Aiden Samuelson. Thank you. There he is again, twice. Well done, Aiden. Oop. There we go. We are good. You battery check there, we Joe. Thanks. Okay.
Looking good, Steve.
Thank you. Did I mention this was difficult? Perhaps. Yes. Okay. Okay. Our dear friend, Sage Moreno, was teacher to the class of 2020 when they were 7th graders. While the passing of years tell of change, her spirit is permanent. Her symbol of kindness, the tree, remains in accents in places inside and outside of our school, just as her smile remains with all of those who knew her, timeless. I'm always proud to say her name, and I'm proud to say it alongside this year's winner, an emerging, outstanding writer who, through unmatched diligence, a keen eye for close reading, and airtight clarity in her sentences, as well as a wry sense of humor. The Sage Moreno Award this year goes to Talia Delman. Well done, T. You know, she also struck me out in wiffle ball. Hey, all right. Jeez. No, she didn't, thankfully. That I don't know if she would have got the award if she did. Okay. In fact, I would argue that when Delman joined the meatball subs, like when she found the strike zone, that kind of like righted that like train wreck of a team, and they kind of, in Savage team, ended up winning the whole thing. They're like the Washington Nationals. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for that. Okay, and we now have to move on to the Science Award.
The High School Science Award is given to an outstanding student in the top percentage of our science classes who has demonstrated all the qualities of a successful young scientist and scholar. Sometimes as a science teacher, I feel like I'm in a Gary Larson Far Side cartoon where I'm explaining a complex and detailed topic to my dog, and the dog only hears blah, 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 and his name. Fortunately, if this student is in my class, I know my efforts at explaining complex topics will be worthwhile and valuable. This student listens carefully, comes to class completely prepared, has all the assignments completed, and her notes are color-coded, very detailed, and organized. She asks probing and insightful questions and has a true desire to learn more and thus completely understand a topic. That is really rare. This student has excelled and demonstrated excellence in honors biology, advanced chemistry, advanced anatomy and physiology, and AP biology. The student creates a classroom environment where students want to learn. They want to investigate things in an advanced way. That is really rare. In another Far Side cartoon, there are two mosquitoes that land on a human arm, and they're tipping their proboscis into the arm to draw blood. And one of them is blowing up like crazy, and the other one says, "Pull out, I think you've hit an artery." I can always count on this student to think it's interesting and fun that a person who draws blood is called a phlebotomist, that white blood cells are known as leukocytes, and that red blood cells in a human don't have a nucleus, and so they don't have DNA. Because of the student's competitive spirit, she creates an environment where other students are always asking difficult questions, answering questions, and going and making the learning experience not only at a near college level, but also really fun. If I had to choose 3 words to describe this student's commitment to science, they would be excellence, determination, and integrity. I am so honored to give this award to Talia Delman.
Well done, Tally. I got a hunch that she'll remember that striking out part longer than any other thing else she wins. Seriously, okay. I know. Okay. All right. We now proceed. We're moving on. If we have time, we'll get to best moments part 3. We have time because we're gonna move on to the Dr. Charles Young Mathematics Award, endowed by Jonathan, CTA 8th grade class of 1980. Wow. Okay. That's amazing. And Pamela Young and family, presented to us by Sharon Schramm.
Hi, I'm presenting the Charles Young Award for Mathematical Excellence. Excuse me, I'm really nervous. This is the first time I've presented the award. It's usually done by Mr. Charles Kramer, math teacher par excellence and presenter par excellence. We were really lucky. We had a large pool of nominees this year. We've got some wonderful budding mathematicians at CTA. The winner, though, not only does well on their assessments, very well, but they enjoy the math. You can see it on their face, the sense of accomplishment when they finish an assignment, when they understand a concept that just shows. They consider math a competitive sport. They can not only uphold the team, they can be the team. I'm told that the students' mathematical proofs are beautiful, but don't ever ask him to write it on the board. His handwriting is terrible. This year's winner is Dove Myers. Congratulations, Dove.
Somebody let Dove out of the basement. He evidently is trapped. He's okay. We now move on to the Dr. Milton and Shirley Leviton Social Studies Award, endowed by Michael and Patty Schiff presented by Mr. Tim Prey.
Hello, Columbus Torah Academy. I'm Tim Prey, and it is my distinct honor today to present the Dr. Milton and Shirley Leviton Social Studies Award that goes out to a 9th, 10th, 11th, or 12th grade student at Columbus Torah Academy. This student will have exhibited heightened interest in all aspects of the various social studies classes and will have demonstrated leadership in promoting the awareness and importance of history. The student this year who is going to be the recipient of this award has certainly done that. This student not only has been a standout in his time as in my classes in social studies, but also attended the Yeshiva University National Model United Nations this year and comported himself well. This year's winner is Yaki. Listen, I need you to pay attention now. I need you to stop doing what you're doing and come to class and pay attention. This pertains to you. Well, focus right here now, okay? That's where I need you right now. Okay. Thank you. Liebersman. Congratulations.
Phone cameras these days, really. Yeah.
It's always inspiring to go into Mr. Prey's room to see all the artifacts from World War I. Evidently, he's using video recording technology from the era. Thank you for that, Mr. Prey, as always. And now we turn to the Deshi Family Hebrew Language Award, endowed by the Deshi family, presented by Maura Dror, designer. Like a carpet.
The Deshi family valued Hebrew language so much that they created an award for Hebrew achievement. The Deshi Family Hebrew Language Award is endowed by Ari and Ann Deshi and family in support of their love for the State of Israel and their appreciation for Hebrew language education. We have many good students, but the Deshi Family Hebrew Language Award is given to the top high school student who exhibit excellence in speaking, reading, and writing Hebrew language, conveys a deep concern and interest in current affairs and the history of the State of Israel, displays frequent meaningful participation in classroom activities, demonstrates steady, continual improvement in language skills and usage, and finally, the student always conveys consistent respect for teachers and fellow students. בפרקי אבות, פרק ב' משנה א', רבי אומר, איזוהי דרך ישרה שיבור לו האדם, כלשהי תפארת לעושיה ותפארת לו מן האדם. On פרקי אבות, chapter 2, משנה 1, Rabbi said, which is the straight path that a person should choose for himself? One which is an honor to the person adopting it, an honor to him from others. רבי יהודה הנשיא בפרקי אבות מלמד אותנו מהי דרך ישרה ואמת מידה, איך נבדוק את עצמנו, האם אנחנו הולכים בדרך הישרה. רבי יהודה הנשיא taught us in פרקי אבות what is דרך הישר, the path to righteous behavior, and how to check ourselves, reflect and see if we are on that correct and straight path. במהלך השנה זכיתי להכיר את התלמידה המקבלת את הפרס היום. ראיתי אותה מהווה דוגמה להליכה בדרך הישרה ומהווה תפארת למשפחתה, לקרוביה, לחבריה ולמוריה. During this year, I was fortunate to get to know the student who is receiving the award today. I saw her being an example to all by walking on this derech hayashar, this straight path, and by bringing much honor to her family, relatives, friends, and teachers. I enjoyed seeing this student in Hebrew class wanting to learn in order to know how to speak Hebrew better, in order to expand her skills and knowledge, and not for the sake of a grade. For her, the grade was just a means to reach her true goal for Hebrew excellence. During this year, this student was exposed to a larger vocabulary, and I liked seeing her use them creatively in her speaking and especially in her writing. This student was able to combine her deep knowledge of biblical and modern Hebrew to write original essays, make jokes, and conduct conversations. I'm so proud to give this Hebrew Excellence Award not just to a student with a very high grade, but for a student exhibiting a strong desire and thirst for learning, for the special connection the student has with the State of Israel, for her derech eretz and pleasant demeanor to teachers and friends alike, for the great investment and seriousness in her Hebrew studies. It is my pleasure to give this year's Deshe Family Hebrew Language Award to graduating senior, Shiley Delman. We wish Shiley much success and a bright future next year in Israel. Ali behatzlehi b'shana haba'a b'Yisrael.
He's not done? Wait. Okay, you done? So. Okay. Before we present our next award, it's time to take a moment and bid farewell. Mr. Spurlock, Joe, hey, you've energized our technology, our creative thinking initiative, and you've made tech an accessible and fun choice for our students and teachers alike. In 2 short years, you've helped bring us along to the 21st century, and perhaps someday we will get there.
Thank you. There's a lot of people to thank. I don't have a lot of time. None of them are here, so I'll talk to them later. Can I have this? Can I get this reinscribed?
Sure.
Can you take
Sure. Go ahead. It's all you. Okay. Thanks, Joe. Good luck. But like we said before, Joe will be around on your new PhD program. Yes.
Hopefully doing some research.
Great. I look forward to that. Cheryl Miller, you've transformed a part of our school, the lower school library. What was once a liability became a strength. You brought a grandmother's love for books and for learning, as well as excitement for the reading experience. Shari did the math. Since Max entered CTA back in 2000, Shari, is that right? Wow. You have been a part of the CTA family. What you began shall no doubt carry on as part of the elementary school mission. Thank you. And finally, as far as goodbyes goes, as much as CTA could not imagine a life under a global pandemic, the thought of CTA without Norma Whitmire is far more inconceivable. For so many years, decades really, Norma, you've served the CTA community impeccably. Norma, you are the glue that holds our school together. CTA will not be the same without you, but if we can find comfort in a world without Mrs. Whitmire, it is in the excitement that you and Walt show toward your new adventure in a new town, in a new state. Ladies and gentlemen, to a coworker who embodies organization, responsibility, dedication, community, selflessness, and an Epicurean spirit, I wish Norm and Walt Whitmire a bon voyage. You did it your way, and we are all the better for it. Thank you. Bon voyage. Okay, and now we have a few more awards to give, so let's go to Mrs. Nyworth for the Robert Leetzen Visual Arts Award endowed by Ira and Laura Nudis in memory of Laura's father, again presented by Ms. Nyworth. No, she's not Ms. Nyworth. She got married. Oh, she's Ms. Nyworth. Okay, just clarifying.
Hi, my name is Amy Nyworth, and I am here to present the Robert Lietzen Visual Art Award. The winner of this award this year has shown so much growth and hard work in art class this semester. And this student is inquisitive, self-reflective, isn't afraid to try new techniques, and is really open to new concepts. I've been very impressed with this student's work and commitment to creativity, and it is my honor to present the 2020 Robert Lietzen Visual Art Award to Minna Schulman. Mazel tov, Minna.
Oh, nice. I like the visual effect too. You didn't even have to jump in on that. Hey, congratulations, Minna. Okay, and moving on, the Rabbi David Stavsky Midot Award endowed by Hanita and Michael of blessed memory Whites in memory of CTA founder and community spiritual leader Rabbi Stavsky of Beth Jacob. I am going to turn the microphone over to our head of school. A brief moment. We're going to turn to Avraham Stavsky and then the award.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Avraham Stavsky, class of 1974. I must admit, I haven't been to a CTA end-of-year event, graduation, kindergarten, or otherwise since then, but I am more than delighted to be here, at least virtually, to introduce the Rabbi David Stavsky Award for Excellence in Midos, dedicated by my sister Hanita and beloved brother-in-law Michael Weiss, Zichron Livracha. My father was intimately connected to the Torah Academy before, during, and after he helped in its founding, always with a close eye on its growth and progress. More importantly, he was fiercely protective that the Torah principles on which the school was founded remain uncompromised. Above all, he loved the school, and he knew that the strategy of a warm Torah education and environment, as well as an excellent secular education during the day, would sow the seeds for a greater family commitment and practice at home. Central to any meaningful education would be that the students and faculty be of the highest moral character and exhibit in their friendships and their relationships with each other kindness, humility, awareness of those around you, of being sensitive to the needs of others before your own. My dad would remind us that Chazal or sages say that there is no true Torah learning without midos. They are always to be in tandem. Without their duality, you run the risk, chas v'shalom, of the opposite, of chilul Hashem, desecrating God's name. First and foremost, you must always be a mensch. I can hear those words ringing in my head. For those of you who knew my father, he had exuded warmth and kindness to everybody he met with strength of character. He made everyone feel that they were his best friends, always extending the warmest shalom aleichem with a wide smile, and maybe he even gave you a pet nickname, just to make you feel special for that moment in time, something that we could all try and emulate. This year's recipient of the Midos Award is a sterling example of fine character and most deserving of this year's honor. Hatzlacha to you in all your endeavors. Mazel tov.
Although I never had the zchus, the merit to meet Rabbi Stavsky of blessed memory, his legacy lives on. And one of the things Rabbi Stavsky was passionate about was molding the Jewish future, ensuring we have good, solid Jewish citizens. As a head of school, one of the greatest compliments I can receive about our students is that they have good midot, that they're good people, they're solid people, that they are solid citizens. Because then we know they're taking the lessons of the Torah that we're teaching in school and they're applying it. And that's our goal. We want to have good, solid Jewish people. And this year's recipient of the Rabbi David Stavsky Midot Award, I think all would agree, is truly a kind person, a good person, someone who everyone feels, anytime you're around her, the kindness exudes from her. And this year's winner is Ruthie Blumberg.
Hey, Ruthie. Mazal tov. It has been over 80 days since this program began. I mean, since we started the quarantine. Think about that. That's actually twice as long, twice the number of days the word quarantine comes from. So we need a new word. I think an octantine, an octane, octantine. That's in fact twice as long as Noah was stuck on his ark. I'm starting to think it wouldn't be so bad out there with all those animals. At any rate, we have. Thank you.
It's animals. It was attractive with animals. It was a joke.
I got it. Okay, at any rate, we have come to another genesis of CTA, the Press family. The Pearson and Thea Press Judaic Studies Award in memory of the most dedicated volunteers and head of the Tannenbaum Cooper families with multiple generations volunteering, working, and attending CTA, presented by Ms. Karen Tannenbaum.
Good morning, everyone. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Karen Tannenbaum, the Food Service Director at CTA. I am here to present the Pearson and Thea Press Judaic Studies Award. Many of you did not know my parents, Pearson and Thea Press, but they were very involved in the school since it was founded in 1958. My dad was the treasurer for over 4 decades. He also very much enjoyed taking pictures of all the events that went on in the early years at CTA using a camera that had film. My mom was in charge of the scholarship dinner ad book in the years of rotary phones, paper, pen, and typewriters. I was in the 2nd 8th grade graduating class, and my sister Rochelle graduated 2 years later. Rochelle and her husband David have 4 kids, quadruplets, and they all graduated high school at CTA. My husband and I have 3 daughters who all graduated high school at CTA, and now our oldest daughter Mindy and her husband Matt have, B'li Ayin Hara, 3 children at CTA. Yitzi is finishing 6th grade, Tuvi is finishing 3rd grade, and Kayla is finishing 1st grade, where she had her amazing 1st grade teacher, our middle daughter, Miss Dina Tannenbaum. Our youngest daughter, Joy, lives in Silver Spring, Maryland. Jewish education was very important to my parents, and I am sure that they would have been very proud of the student who is receiving this award today. And now Mr. Guinan will present the award to a very deserving student.
Chazal tell us, Achron Chaviv. We always save the most precious for last. And of course, the award that recognizes Torah excellence is the most precious, that speaks to our mission as a school. And what's important to us as a school is we want our students to become lifelong Torah learners, not just when they're here at the school, but once they leave the school, that they are capable of becoming sophisticated Jews, literate Jews, that have the passion to further their learning and follow their curiosity and to follow their passion for Torah learning. This year's recipient is someone who accelerated his learning not only in school, but outside of school. And beyond him learning, beyond outside the school hours, he also inspired others to come along and join him in that learning. And I'd like to recognize the recipient of the Pearson and Thea Press Judaic Studies Award winner, Yaki Lieberson.
I'm just going to tell directly to take me. So after I'll hand it to you.
So as we're coming to an end of this school year, I just have to thank everybody. We are really blessed as a school community, tremendous school community, and I think under these unusual circumstances, we all rose above the occasion. The phenomenal teachers who literally overnight to change the entire curriculum, and not only that, they got stronger and stronger as the year progressed. To the students, you're absolutely remarkable. Those early Zooms and midday Zooms to just keep going and marching forward was absolutely inspiring. Congratulations. I'm just so proud of everybody for all the great work that we've done. I'm also really proud of the hundreds of hours of Torah learning that the students volunteered to do above and beyond over the last month. It's just absolutely incredible. As we move to the summer, remember to keep that Torah learning, And don't forget to pray every day. We're going to be looking forward to it. We're going to miss you this summer. And as Mr. Stefan has said, we are looking forward, God willing, to greet you at the doors of 181 New Bixby Road. Have a wonderful summer. And now back to your host.
That is all we have for the show today. And so signing off, if you would like to tune in and just stay, we're going to roll the best moments. So tune in if you want to just stick around and watch those. Thank you for all of those, everyone who's contributed, and everyone have a beautiful and grand and glorious summer. Signing off. You have me now, Joel?
And the battery is yes about that.
Sound off.